Yes, people, welcome back to Normski TV. And listen, it's the match reaction. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. And bro, this was jailbreak runnings, man. Yeah, brother, my head was hot. My head was hot today, guys. Listen, it wasn't the best of games today. A lot of these players need to hang their heads in shame. They need to hang their heads in shame. But look, we got the job done. Wasn't pretty football, but there's a couple of players I need to be calling out. Some players probably carrying injuries, who knows? But for me, the players that stood out, on our side was Timber, Saliba, and Raya. David Raya making a good couple of saves there. And I thought Pierre Pie played well as well. I thought he played well. Apart from the own goal, other than that, I thought he played well. But the rest, brother, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing. But we got the result. We're 5 points clear, top of the table. With that game, extra game, obviously, Man City played yesterday, hard-fought win against Leeds away. They've got that game in hand. We just got to keep doing what we need to do. 9 games left, 9 finals left, people. 9 finals left. We need to do it. We have 5 home games. 2 of those games, back-to-back home games after we go to Brighton away this Wednesday. We've got Everton, I believe, at home, and we've got Bournemouth at home. So we have to win those games. We have to win the game. Players looking a little bit jaded. I'm hearing that Odegaard is out. This is what's come up today. Now, we heard in his press match conference that there was no new injuries. You know what I mean? The only injury is Moreno, who's out for pretty much the season. Now we're hearing that Martin Odegaard is out for the season with a tear or torn a hamstring. Now, listen, believe what you want to believe. Do you know what I mean? Is there a conspiracy behind it? Is this the last time that we see Martin Odegaard in an Arsenal shirt? Who knows? Obviously, Eze now is going to be the man going forward. Havertz was on the bench, and we'll go for the team. As I say, it was the same team that was fielded against Tottenham. It's the same team that you're going to see. So I'll just go through it again if anybody didn't know who that was. Ray and goal, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Pierre Ankipai, Zubamendi, Rice, Saka, Eze, Trossard, and Gokrez up front. It looks like he's playing with this 4-2-3-1 formation. He's gone away from 4-3-3 and gone to a 4-2-3-1 formation. It seems like this is what he's going to go with for the rest of the season. We'll see what happens. But look, the game was not good. It wasn't brilliant. As I said, Chelsea having, the final possession, they had 59% possession to our 41. We had, I think, 12 shots in total, of which 5 were on target. They had 9, of which 3 was on target. They had more crosses than us. I think, bro, their crosses, I can't even remember what their crosses is. Let me just have a look at what their crosses were, because they had an awful lot of crosses. And a lot of crosses into the box. I mean, they had 10 corners to our 5, and then when you look at their crosses, because they were getting down our wings and causing us problems down there. Total crosses 18 to our 11. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Passes, they had more passes than us. We had 338 to their 477. So look, the stats show. But at the end of the day, we're the ones that came out winners. And as I say, look, they had Caicedo, they had Fernandez, they had Andre Santos in the middle of the park. And I felt that they controlled the middle. You know what I mean? Because look, he was looking out on his feet. There was one instant where I think it was in the second half. He came off, obviously, Norgard come on for him, but there was one instance where he won the ball back on the right-hand side or their left-hand side. And he went to play it back to Raya, and he just booted it out. And the thing is, they look dangerous from set pieces today. They look dangerous. They got the goal equalizer from a set piece, Pierre Ankipai. The first time the cross came over, he ducked. And then in that instance, funny enough, it wasn't that one, I think it was one before that. But in that instant, where Declan Rice was, I can't remember who he was grappling with, and Declan Rice has come up, whole elbow up. I think that's a handball. I think we've got away with it, got out of jail there. I think that was a handball. But look, we got away with it. But then the second time the cross comes over, why Pierre is jumping up and nodded it back, and it's gone past everybody, past Rhea into the goal, and that's where they equalise. But we get we get the first goal, and I think it was like the 21st minute, and it was by William Saliba, an assist from Gabriel, and it came off their player, one of their defenders, I can't remember if it was Sarr, and it was given to him because it was on target. So William Saliba gets a goal, but then, as I said, and this is before we're going. Listen, we could have gone in 1-0, so it made tensions a little bit. The stadium, the fans were quiet and they looked nervy. They looked nervy today, guys. But Pierre Nkipe on I think injury time of the first half, he gets the own goal and we go in 1-1. Now, let me tell you something. Trossard, you were terrible today, man. Terrible. And I'm glad Mikel Arteta took him off and brought on Gabriel Martinelli, because he was absolutely terrible, giving the ball away. Easy passes. Just, there was one point where he was in front of goal, went to turn him. I don't know if he miskicked the ball, or hit it straight against the defender. There was one part where he was in the middle of the park. We could have hit them on the break, and he plays it straight back to their midfielder. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Get him off, man. This man was definitely on Stella. He was definitely on the Stellas today. Weren't good. Victor Gokras was not good. Yeah, I don't even know how many touches he's had. The first maybe 15 minutes he was okay, but after that, it's just like, man, his touch wasn't good. And, like when he picks the ball up and turns, why is he always running into the man? Or if he's got his back to goal, his first touch, just not good. And he didn't really see much of the ball after that sort of first 15 minutes, you know what I mean? Had that chance where Sanchez, their goalkeeper, they're trying to play at the back. I don't know what he was doing. And Victor Gokras closed him down, could have nutmegged him. Fortunate enough for Sanchez, they were able to clear the ball. And listen, Chelsea get away with it. And that was like, the first half. And that was in like the first 4 or 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what's this man doing? But carry on playing like that. If you want to play out the back, we're trying to press them. Do you know what I mean? And, we was getting some joy there. But as I say, as the game went on, Chelsea started to come to the game. Cole Palmer, especially, getting the ball in the middle of the park. Don't know what was going on with Eze today. You didn't have a good game. You didn't have a good game today, Eze, because, the middle of that park, Caicedo, Fernandes, and Cole Palmer controlling the middle of the park. It's just like every time they received the ball, there was no pressure on them. There was no pressure on them in the middle of the park. And it was just getting really frustrating for me. And it's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm going to say? And look, the game carries on. A couple of yellow cards. Cole Palmer, Ato gets a yellow card as well. And I'm thinking, right, this is your time, Saka, to attack that left side. You know what I mean? Attack him, cause him problems. But Saka again, £300,000 weren't saying much today, man. Was not saying much today. When he crossed the ball in a couple of times, he's got past his player, he's beaten his player on the byline, and he just hits it straight at Sanchez. I'm like, what are we doing here? My son was calling for Madueke to come and maybe be a little bit more direct, but it didn't happen. He leaves Sanchez, he leaves Saka on, for the game, the whole game. You know what I'm trying to say? But as I say, Martinelli comes on for Trossard. And look, the game goes on in the 66th minute. An assist from Declan Rice from another corner. Timber, this time scoring, And listen, I know next season they're going to be cutting out this because the amount of grappling that was going on in that box, in both boxes, it was just crazy. You know what I mean? But it looks like there's something that they're going to put a stop to, because it was like watching rugby. It literally like rugby in both penalty boxes. You know what I mean? This is not football. You look at all the other leagues around the country, around the world, and you're thinking, man, is this what we're dealing with? Yeah? This is what we're dealing with. We're watching football. We might as well go and watch Old Kingston Rovers. Yeah? Go and have a little bit of a scrum in the penalty area. Not good. The football was not good. But listen, we get the goal. 2-1. And as I said, Pedro Neto had got a yellow card for petulance. And then 3 minutes later, Martinelli's gone down the wing and he's beaten his player. And Pedro Neto has gone across and he's tried to make a tackle and he's caught him. Second yellow card. And he was remonstrating. He was taking a long time to come off the pitch and go down the tunnel. It's a yellow card. Now, this is their red card. Sorry, this is the second yellow card, which went to a red card. This is their 7th red card now in the Premier League. I think in all comps is like something like 11, 12 red cards. The discipline in this club is absolutely ridiculous. And look, Liam Coutinho, he was not happy. He was not happy with the discipline of his team. And he made some comments after in the post-match conference that, listen, we can't keep making excuses. We have to go and win these games. It's no point coming here and trying to, I don't think he said play for a draw, but he says indiscipline was not good. And we have to work that out and sort it out. It is what it is. But listen, Pedro gets sent off. But then you're thinking, right, he's now off. We're now playing against 10 men Chelsea. And we was just getting worried because we started to sit deep. They bring on Gabriel Mangalese gets a yellow card, which I thought was weak, but he gets a yellow card. And Santos comes off, and Lavia comes, and Romeo Lavia comes. And I thought he looked half decent, just controlling it, very calm on the ball. Joe Lato came off because he was in a yellow card, and Gusto came on for him. Kai Havertz came on for Victor Gokras, as I said, just hardly really after the 15, 20 minutes they had. You didn't see him. His touch was bad. I don't know how many total touches he had, for the game, but it wasn't good. Kai Havertz comes on. And to be honest, he didn't really say much. To be honest, he did not say much. Declan Rice, as I said, got pulled. We don't know whether it's an injury or just tiredness, fatigue, but whatever it is, he's carrying an injury. The man is blowing out his backside, literally blowing out his backside. And he's just you could just see, that pass back to Raya, which went out for a corner. And the thing is, we was trying our best. I say we are trying. You didn't want them to get corners because you're just thinking they're gonna, with the way Reece James puts those balls in, just as good as what Declan Rice was doing. But at the end of the day, we get away with it. Christian Norgard comes on in the 76th minute. Enzo Fernandez then gets a yellow card in the 75th minute, and we move on. Liam Delap comes on for Fernandez and Garnacho. Now, Garnacho came on in the 86th minute for Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, really, listen, I'm not here to talk about Cole Palmer, but he was kind of running that midfield with Fernandez and Caicedo. But he got taken off, and Garnacho coming, and he had a chance. There was one point where remember, we're playing against 10 men. He's gone down the wing, and he's gone to play a ball in. I don't know if he was trying to cross it, and I think Pedro tried to get onto the end of it. He misses it completely, and Raya had to make a last-ditch save, which he pushes it out for a corner. And you're thinking, oh my God, you know what I mean? It's like, bro. And that's what I've said. My eyes like this. My head was sweating hard. Because I was thinking, are we going to now end up giving away another draw? We were sitting deep. We was allowing them to come on. We was putting pressure. Why couldn't we just take the game to them? Every minute, back passes, sideward passes, Zubimendi. Listen, what was you doing in it? I think it was the first half. I think when you played the ball back to Raya, what was you doing? What was you doing? Putting the man under pressure. You know what I mean? We was lucky. This guy cannot play with his back to goal. He gets pressed. He gets pressed, man. Yeah? Need to see that guy playing further up the field. Because when he's deep in our half, man, the man gets under pressure, man. Absolutely gets under pressure. But look, we see the game out. 6 minutes added time is put on. And look, a ball was played over top. I think it was Pedro Neto, but he was in an offside position. We were lucky. He nods the ball over. Raya clears it off the line, and then Delap follows up. But the referee, the lineman's put his flag up. But I was thinking, oh my gosh, because if that had gone in, or if Pedro was onside, brother, I would have been finished, man. That was it. Finished, finito, title done. But look, we get the game over the line. We win it 2-1. But as I said, the players today for me, Gokres didn't perform, Saka didn't perform, Eze didn't perform, Trossard was terrible, Zubamendi wasn't good, Rice just tired and making mistakes. Gabriel Mangalese, who assisted for the Saliba goal. Gabriel Mangalese and Piankipe. I thought I had a good game. As I said, apart from the own goal, I thought he had a decent game. Saliba scoring the first goal. Timber with scoring the second goal and the winner. And obviously Raya, making those good saves. Listen, we win the game 2-1. That's all I care about. 9 games left, of which 5 are at home. 2 back-to-back home games after the Brighton away game. We have to go and win that game. We play the same day as Man City, who play at home to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are in a relegation fight right now. There's a chance for Nottingham Forest to go above Spurs because Spurs yet again lost. Nottingham Forest lost today as well, 2-1 to Brighton. Brighton is not going to be an easy place to go to, guys. It's not going to be an easy place to go. And I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if Danny Welbeck scored again today. I would not be surprised because he's scoring. I think he scored in his last game. So we need to go there and take the game. Is he going to make changes? Because we have got an awful lot of games in March. Lots of games. You're talking about the FA Cup, which we play next Saturday or Sunday. And then we've got Champions League. So there's loads and loads of games in March. In the next 21 days, I think we're playing something like 7, 8, 9 games. Mad. Arteta has to rotate. Maybe Max Darman might come back into the side because he did play in the under-21, so he might come back into the side and that. But he must rotate now. It was good to see Norgard come on to give Declan Rice a breather, but I'm just thinking, I'm hoping that Declan's not carrying an injury. Or he is carrying an injury, but Arteta's going to have to manage this now. He's going to have to manage this now. Look, I'm glad we win 2-1. As I said, it was jailbreak run-ins. Yeah, jailbreak run-ins. But listen, we get out of it. Yeah, you see behind me. Yeah, my head was hot. I was sweating today. But we get out of it and we win it. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. And I'm happy. Even though it wasn't the best of games, we win it in the end. So I'm pleased. Listen, please subscribe and share if you're new. And I'll see you on the next match reaction. Take care and God bless.